One of my earliest successes on this channel was this video about SpaceX business model. About a month after I published it, there was a sudden spike in views which I never experienced before. That's when I found out that a huge part of that traffic came from Reddit. I went to the site, searched around and found that a champ called the Culprit posted a link to my video on the subreddit called SpaceX Launch, where SpaceX fans discuss all things SpaceX. YouTube then picked up on that traffic and recommended the video to an even wider audience. That subreddit has more than 140,000 subscribers, with about 1,000 browsing it at any given moment. And yet, if I wanted to advertise my video on it myself, I probably couldn't, or maybe I could just once, before being banned and the thread deleted. Unless I had thousands of karma points like the Culprit has. If you're confused, no worries. In this video, I will explain everything about Reddit, which is like a different world of its own on the internet. But before we begin, a big thank you to the Culprit and the audience of SpaceX Launch, which clicked and watched my video. I remember how motivated I was to publish new videos after that. And what motivates me even more is the likes count. So, like the subscribe button and let me know in the bell what you think about the comments for more videos like this. And now let's talk about Reddit, the front page of the internet. We'll see what makes Reddit unique, how it works, how it makes money, and how you can find business ideas from it. Reddit was created in 2005 by the founders Steve Huffman and Alexis Ohanian and incubated in the famous Y Combinator, which also made the successes of Airbnb, Dropbox, Stripe, Twitch, and countless other companies. Amazingly, Reddit was sold within just 2 years of its creation, in 2006, to Condé Nast, a media company which also owns Wired, Vogue and Vanity Fair. And even though the founders were happy to make a lot of money so fast, Reddit kept growing steadily after that, so much so that its current valuation absolutely dwarfs the millions that the founders made when they sold it. On Reddit, you can find countless communities called subreddits, which in an ancient way can be simply called forums. Depending on how old you are, you might remember a time on the internet when a lively PHP BB2 forums were attached to countless independent websites and nobody gave a crap about the user interface. What happened with time is that instead of having to visit dozens of different websites and having as many different forum accounts, Facebook and Reddit kind of centralized everything. The activity on those independent forums dropped dramatically, while Facebook groups and subreddits flourished. These days, you can find a subreddit for anything. For example, politics, memes, gaming, science, Warzone, idiots in cars, cats making biscuits in the air. Oh, unpopular opinions, am I the asshole, mildly interesting, what the fuck? Well, that sucks. Walls with watermelons, trees sucking on things, and birds with arms. Yep, you get the point. Anyone can create a subreddit provided you fill certain conditions, and you can find the weirdest but also the most informative and educational discussions out there. Very often, stuff that breaks the internet originates from Reddit, such as funny memes, but you can also follow the latest news on it just like on Twitter, or make millions of dollars, like literally. The subreddit called WallStreetBets, totaling close to 3 million degenerates, as they call themselves apparently, almost single-handedly skyrocketed the stock price of the struggling GameStop company against all odds. Some members of that community turned thousands of dollars into millions, while actual Wall Street hedge funds lost billions of dollars as a result of the short squeeze and almost went bankrupt because they were betting against the stock. It's an absolutely wild and fascinating story, and one can say that this subreddit alone broke the world of big finance, probably forever. There will be huge consequences, and I encourage you to read about it. However, participating on Reddit isn't that straightforward. The website seems intimidating at first, not so user-friendly, the logo doesn't even look like it represents one of the top 20 most visited websites in the world, and usually you can't publish anything on any subreddit when you sign up. You first need to build up karma by participating in discussions and answering other people's posts. Every time someone will upvote your answer, you'll earn karma points, and the best upvoted comments rise to the top, therefore attracting yet more votes. Which means that your answer should add value to the discussion. It can be a useful insight or a really funny joke. You'll need a certain amount of karma to publish on the front pages of various subreddits, in addition to any other potential rules that might be set by the moderators. These complicated mechanics help to filter in only the most engaged Redditors who actually want to contribute in a useful way. That's why you should never screw up or risk losing a karma-rich account. By growing through word of mouth in the beginning, Reddit attracted a certain type of users and formed a community with its own set of rules and ethics. The main one being, of course, to add real value to the discussions, which also involves no spamming or self-promotion. Many people are spamming their YouTube videos, online courses, and countless other things wherever they can find an audience, and this generates two big issues. First of all, it dilutes real discussions and therefore drops the value of any discussion board. And second, these discussion boards want to make money themselves with clear, framed advertising. Reddit communities are so active and engaged that every marketeer dreams of taking advantage of them. Just one publication of my SpaceX video there was enough to skyrocket it all over YouTube. But I didn't post it myself and I could have never done it. Now, it was published organically as an actual value-added content by a Redditor with a lot of positive karma who found and liked the video. So Reddit has done a remarkable job of keeping spammers away with either full bans or shadow bans, which is a really funny thing. Basically, you will be spamming your ass off for ages until you realize that no one except you actually sees your publications because your account has been shadow banned. That makes me transition to Reddit business model. So yes, now there are traditional ads all across Reddit, but that's not their only source of revenue. They actually have a somewhat of a local economy there. It starts with a premium monthly subscription, which grants you ad-free browsing and also generates you 700 coins every month. So what are these coins useful for? Well, you can use them to offer other Redditors silver, gold, and platinum awards. A silver award is nothing else but this distinction for a specific post, while gold and platinum awards actually give a certain amount of coins to those who receive them, which they can use to distribute further awards to other Redditors. Also, those who get these awards can browse Reddit without seeing any ads for a certain period of time, such as a week or a month, and they also have access to the Lounge subreddit for the same duration, which is an exclusive subreddit for those who receive a lot of awards. And probably just a gimmick, really. Also, it is possible to buy packs of coins individually without a premium subscription, in which case you keep seeing ads. But at the end of the day, you're really just using these coins to show your appreciation to certain contributions by other people, and that's it. Lastly, Reddit can also be an amazing place to find business ideas. You probably heard stories about how Craigslist can be considered a source of mini startup ideas. For example, you could rent rooms and apartments on it before Airbnb and Couchsurfing existed. You could look for general labor jobs before TaskRabbit, just like there was a carpool and ride-sharing section way before Uber and Lyft. When Airbnb was growing, they were even sourcing apartments from Craigslist itself. But of course, it doesn't mean that these startups were created by taking a look at Craigslist specifically. Actually, most probably weren't, but some definitely were. In any case, it just shows that you can often find proof of latent demand for products or services that didn't yet materialize into a fully fledged market. So if you notice these kinds of opportunities, it can be an interesting bet, something worth exploring. So that was for Craigslist, but Reddit is now becoming such a source as well. It turns out that many of its subreddits are either solutions to problems that their users experience directly, or you can find the problems that they face by reading what they publish and talk about. You can start by looking at subreddit statistics and see which ones are growing the fastest during specific periods of time, even though the reporting often has glitches. Then, which ones receive the most comments or posts per day, which ones have the highest number of comments per subscriber, which can say something about their level of engagement in the topic, and much more. Of course, also look at their total number of subscribers. It may look great that a subreddit is growing at a 500% year over year, but if its overall number of subscribers is relatively low, it's probably not so interesting. And then by reading publications, you can find out what kinds of problems these users experience. You can also participate in their discussions and ask questions to find out more insights. Actually, there are now companies who specialize in unbundling Reddit, meaning finding out business ideas from trends that they observe on various subreddits. With that being said, if you want to learn business strategy, whether it is for your own business or career, make sure to check out our bestseller business model innovation course by following the link in the description. Dozens of thousands of people enrolled in it to learn the best business tactics from the most innovative companies. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, do click on the like button and subscribe to my channel. See you soon!